Hello. So we've got the squad assembled ready for Ware's Bricks Robot Rumble the weekend, 30th of November. So let's take a look at the squad we'll be taking with us. So first of all, we've got Tic Tacs, Angry Satsuma at the front, Lime Pickle at the back, my Clusterbot, Shovebot, Control Bot, whatever you want to call it, armed with the scoops at the front, both four-wheel drive. Bit of a handful when they're together, sadly easily flippable, but great fun to drive nonetheless, and surprisingly powerful for the relatively lightweight. Okay, down the back, shark infested Custard with its recently rejigged weapon drum, thanks to Lewis from Team Technique for the inspiration for some of the design on that. Given it a little tweak, but it shouldn't look too dissimilar to some of his. It's got quite a punch now, hopefully, but as yet untested in combat, and again still invertible. Okay, we're going to move along the back row to my current, probably one of my favourite bots, Pheasant Plucker. You may have seen it in its family-friendly guise as Badger, but we all know it's Pheasant Plucker. The Lifter Suplexer, if the weight's right. Four-wheel drive. It's got XL motors all over the place, and that huge clamping jaw with the quarter gear racks on it. Great fun to drive, and just a lovely robot all round. Okay, coming to the front, the OG, the classic, the longest running of my bots, Scarab Ray. Recently upgraded to full tier 3. It was tier 2 for a while, but got the Molking motors throughout now, including driving the pincer. So made a couple of adjustments with the curved wedge plates at the front to try and get underneath people to help lift them a little bit. And yet those wheel side pods are still ridiculously vulnerable. Okay, keeping with the dark grey, dark blue colour scheme, we've got the Chaos Goblin, my rear wheel drive. What can I say about it? It's havoc on wheels. It's ridiculously fast, it's direct drive, so it's not geared down at all on the faster of the two motor holes. So yeah, it does lift, it does have a habit of taking its rear wheels off the ground. As I said, it lives up to the name, absolute chaos. And in another example of nominative determinism, we've got Pick Magnet, upgraded now to four-wheel drive rather than two-wheel drive, as some of you may have seen it before. I've added a couple of curved panels to act as scoops in front of the wheels because I found it was going over stuff and then getting flipped a little bit easier. So hopefully that will cut that down a little bit. Still looking good in the black and yellow scheme. Okay, we're going to come across to another new bot, completely new, completely untested in the arena. This is Flippin' Eck. It's an elastic band powered flipper. Borrows a lot of the architecture from Brick Astley, somewhat inspired by the Build Brick Robots, which flipper is the best video. It, yeah, as I said, as yet untested in battle, but as I said, a big thanks to Ben Rouse for all the tips and help on getting the winch and release mechanism to work off just the one switch. So yeah, so that's Flippin' Eck. It does self-right from both having the flipper open and closed, so could be fun to see. And finally, well actually no, not finally. Okay, we've got Silk next, Super Bob's Illegitimate Love Child, but I have made a few tweaks since the last time you'll have seen it. So it's got the wheel guards to stop those wheelectomies happening. And it's also got an extra weapon. So those of you that have seen Silk before will be familiar with the friction drum spinner used to lift opponents up and hopefully not necessarily flip them out of the arena, but certainly get under them and push them around. We've also now got a beta bar. So a nice big chunk of Lego there that rotates quite nicely. Probably more of a nibbling weapon than out and out Terminator, but should still work quite nicely. We've also added the forks on the front to again hopefully try and get underneath some of the opponents, and should also stop it doing silk things. As you've seen it before, will know that it has a habit of standing on its nose and launching itself across the arena. So hopefully when the friction drum is in, those forks should stop it from doing that. And then finally, again another new addition, a circuit cube bot. This one's called Small because it is absolutely tiny. And if we put it next to Pheasant Plucker, you'll see what I mean. You just look at that, absolutely ridiculous. A nice little lightweight lifter running off a worm drive and 32 tooth gear wheel. We have managed to self-right it once it gets against, get my teeth in, once it gets against an arena wall. But those forks aren't quite long enough to do the job in the middle of the arena. But you know, again, untested, untried in the arena, hopefully should be good fun. So that's the squad. Those are the guys we are bringing to Where's the Bricks Robot Rumble. Tickets are still available at good prices. So yeah, come down and say hi.